Hi everyone, welcome. So I'm just going to look at some comments right now. It's been a crazy past 2 weeks, but a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and I'm so happy to be back here. Judy ji, thank you for tuning in. If you get a chance now to see or later, I really appreciate that. So, Pooja, Pooja, how are you? Okay, so the topic of the day is education revolution and what are the things that we have to do to contribute to make our future robust, especially if we don't want machines to take over. So let me put that up so that you guys can, you know, give some kind of feedback about what you think should be happening. The idea is this particular thing is personally a very important topic to me because I feel like this is going to be my single biggest contribution from myself towards humanity, because education is something that I'm extremely passionate about, and the concept of building the whole child is what I want to do. So and I want to encourage everybody to have the feedback. How can we build a whole child? Because right now, the academics on one side and the other side emotional intelligence and all those right brained things that we have to address. So that's what I'm passionate about. So I'm just going to update, and I also have questions for you guys. So let's just today's topic first. I'm going to do that, and then topic is education revolution in the digital age. So that's the topic. Okay, and also let's see. So this one is happening, and then there are questions. The questions are obviously going to be, what are your top 3 ideas? Top 3 ideas of making our education system better. That's the question of the day. Again, what are your 3 ideas of making our education system better? That is what we are going to be talking about. So this cannot be like restricted to a 90-minute or a 2-hour thing. Obviously, we'll have multiple episodes and we'll just keep talking about it as much as we can, because I just don't have only 3 ideas. I have 300 ideas. So, but again, let's do education revolution in the digital age. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about what is happening in the digital age and why there is an urgent need for an education revolution. And yeah, we'll just okay. So Pooja, Archana is like, okay, how to motivate, how to cope with boredom. Okay, so you can come and talk about that as well, because 24 hours after, so I've taken a break of 24 hours before I came here, right? So it's been like just severe withdrawal symptoms, obviously, because I get up every free minute I get, I'm like, what's happening, and just tune into the phone and just quickly check. And my family, my husband and my kids were like, do you really even care about us? So that was what was happening. Shivani ji, how are you? Hope you're well, recovering, everything good. You're taking care of yourself at your home and not in a hospital or anything. Thank you for being back. BU, thank you. Very excited to see you here. Thank you. You too. Pragati Ojha Tiveri ji, how are you? Simi Raman, Soheli ji, how are you? Nipunji, our moderator and member. Thank you, sir. How are you? Chunky cheese. Okay. So this looks like an alien bot. Ushma ji, how are you? So nice to see all the familiar faces again. Ashnu ji, thank you, Pooja. Yes, I'm doing well. Ashnu ji, yes, I'm all rested. I've never like been tired about it or anything like that. It's just super excited and everything, and we just had to give a logical conclusion to whatever we had set our minds to, and we are actually having a lot of plans to scale up and everything. So, if you guys have any kind of, if you want to host, or if you want to moderate, or if you want to bring any topics to the table, please give suggestions. And we are going to announce some things in the coming days and weeks about how our plans for scale up are. So, Ishmaji, thank you. And Sujata ji, welcome. Thank you, Ishmaji. So, yeah, I mean, whatever the sentiment is, we can go with the flow. We don't have to stick with the topic. If you guys want to just come and hang out, it's totally cool. I just wanted to create a format or a framework here, because otherwise I'll get into all kinds of things, and just whatever is on my mind, I'll just unload them here and all that. So that's the reason why I am just trying to stay here within a framework. But no topic is bad enough or good enough to talk. So don't worry. So the reason why I have a feeling that this education revolution has to happen sooner than later is because of how technology has been overtaking our lives from the past 1 decade, and especially from the past 15 years, how we are all been using our mobile phones and our personal devices like laptop and iPads, and all those have just, the concept is called screen creep. So screens are creeping all around us, and they are making our lives, we are not able to draw that line between our online and our offline worlds. Okay. So here what I see is, let's say, for example, I'm like, "Arey yaar, only 22 people are watching. I wish more people watched." But what is missing is here, if I'm thinking like that, I am missing the context that 22 people from all kinds of walks of life and all around the world are sitting in front of their computer and giving attention to this, right? So I'm discounting that. So I'm thinking, okay, online, offline may, if I, in a real world, if I have to get 20 people from all over the place, all over the world in one room, can you imagine how difficult it is going to be? Now it has become so easy for you 22 or 24 people who are tuned in, and we are able to share and grow and prosper, right? But when we compare our lives to, when this celebrity actually does an Insta live or something, she gets like 23,000 people watching her at the same time. Yahan pe only 23 people are watching. Maybe I'm not that popular, or maybe people don't care. Like all kinds of ideas keep coming. And imagine, see, maybe I have a little bit of a contrast because of the era in which I grew up, that I know that whatever is online is not necessarily representative of how my real world is, right? But imagine the same thing a child, a 16-year-old is doing to become a YouTuber, and he watches that only 23 people are watching. So then where is the motivation? Because he sees other famous YouTubers getting 23,000 regular views, simultaneous views online, and they're like, that is the gold standard, right? So this is just part of what we have to explain to children about what is important. So that is the reason why so computational thinking is what I teach for a living. So I teach in 20 different countries, and the across the board, whether it is Asia, it is Africa, whether it is South America, it is North America, wherever I am, Australia, New Zealand, all children, okay, they're very good at using technology, very good. They actually teach me, "Oh, Miss Rachana, this is what you have to click. This is what you have to do." I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? I don't even have to teach them the tool. I only have to teach them the intent of using the tool. What is the intention behind it? So ethics come into place, morals come into place, and a lot of ideas about what our actual reason and our true intention behind what we are doing is. So that is important. So just that is a little bit about what the topic is going to be, and feel free to just keep jumping in whenever you want. Okay, actually, hold on. I'll just put and I found out that I can actually pin this on YouTube. I'll try my best to pin this on YouTube so that you guys can always check it out. And let's see, I'm going to try that. my best. Okay, try my best here. So pin. I still cannot pin. I thought I was able to pin. Okay, never mind. So I'll just keep posting the StreamYard link once in a while. It's okay. So here, the idea is, okay, so I'll keep talking. You guys are welcome to keep pitching in, and I'll check the comments. Okay, so let's do the comments, and then we'll go back to the topic again. Is there a real need for an education revolution right now, and how we learned in the past versus how our future is shaping us up, really, right? Our technology is shaping us up, and how it is. So I'm going to I'm going to post a couple of links that I'm referring to. This is all my work. This is everything that I stand for and everything. So this is Truth About Technology, the digital age, like, try to create awareness around tech and its uses. And also the second thing is life skills, building a whole child. How can we do that? So I'll post the links after the thing, and once in a while I'll also keep posting it here. But the idea is, okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm just looking at, okay, thank you. I will, yes. Thank you, Pooja. I will definitely. And so, Kalpana ji, how are you? Okay. So I joined the channel long back and I didn't get notified about the membership. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. BU, are you still getting charged monthly then? Please reach out to Varun if that's not the case, or you need to reach out to your credit card company that is still charging you, because right here, I am an admin here, but I cannot see you as a member. Like I can see Nipunji, I believe, as a member. So yeah, thank you for bringing it to our notice, and please reach out to Varun. So what resources do you recommend for a beginner in the digital age, digital education, whether a youngster or older? For all age ranges, what is a good resource that you can make aware of, recommend? Okay, so Ashwinji, here is the thing, right? The digital age, just to put a context, I was just talking about how my frame of mind is like going to compare other people's online lives with my own online life, which is like redundant. Also, the other thing that has to be helped, like that has to be taught is real life is going to be at the pace of nature, whereas the digital age right now, Ashtoji, you and I are consuming, if we have our notifications on, that is, so I try my best not to have notifications on for things, because notifications are like laundry, dirty laundry. You can let them pile up. So that's my belief, strong belief. But the thing is, real life is going to be at the pace of nature, but the online life is going to be growing at an exponential rate. You and I right now, Ashnurji, are actually consuming things, 300 newspapers worth of information every single day. And majority of it is being done through video consumption. A WhatsApp video, YouTube video, whatever video, right? Most of it is through video. And of course, listening, podcasts, and all that. Through our online lives, we are right now reading 300 newspapers. So that is the exponential growth that has happened since last 10 years. So if you can imagine, my father or us, when we are growing up, we see a newspaper, we barely could get through the third page or the fourth page or the fifth page, right? But nowadays, what is happening? The information that is getting funneled into our heads, there is no filter right now. So our children, Ashwinji, are not going to be hired for what they know. They will only be hired for how they interpret what they know. So Google mein to anybody can search and find out, right? But interpretation, how do you interpret the information in front of you? Are you using your own discretion, or are you using other people's discretion to decide that? So that's what is going to happen. And the resource for your resources, I have a couple of links that I have been working on, and I would like to post them so that you, if you are interested in this, and if you want to, let's say, I just have to show you the link, and then. So this is my project. This is my single most contribution. I would say, okay, for what I do, and this is what I and this one. If you are interested, please. This is where I would like. I have references. I have everything that I have posted here. That everything is my material. So you're welcome to just skim through them. There are a lot of things I talk about here, and trying to understand how this education system and our digital system are colliding. Okay, and if we don't make any changes right now and stay in our archaic educational model, things are going to get very difficult for our children, and the day when the robots are going to rule us is not far away. So thank you for asking me about that. I really appreciate that. So, okay, so let's see. Okay, it's just, let's see. Okay. Okay. Venki ji, hi, how are you? Thank you. Okay, BU, you'll check with Varun. Okay. So, Common Man, how are you, sir? And Manikarnika, kya baat hai? Okay. So, welcome. Okay. So, that's a little bit about what I wanted to start with. And again, let's get back to our the topic of the day. The topic of the day is education revolution, the need for an education revolution in the digital age. And again, for those of you who are just joining, the first thing is, how is technology evolving at an exponential rate, and how we have to be able to build the whole child complete with left-brained analytical skills and right-brained emotional intelligence. Only when you build a whole child, he or she will be ready to face the surge of information in the digital age. So that is, unfortunately, this topic has been, people have been thinking that this is too bizarre of a idea to think about education revolution, because things have been working just fine, right? Like, is this even relevant? Like, what do you mean by building a whole child? I've been working as an educator for the past 4 years, and I can see that children, when they reach, so they're not real life ready, and that is where I want my greatest contribution to happen. So that is the reason why I'm working in this field here, because without us making our children real life ready right now, when the stakes are low, when they're children, it's going to be impossible for them to handle adversity. Adversity is, again, kuch bhi, matlab, there is like a little bit of a stress or a strain or anything, they're like, give up. And I see this often in my classroom when I see that, okay, I go 60 minutes, I go with 3 challenges, right? First challenge, second challenge, third challenge, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, right? I'm like, okay, you try this for 5 minutes, I'll help you, I'll handhold you if you don't get it, but I want you to try it. Children just want the answer. Ye coding karo, ye drag and drop kar do, ho gaya, bas. They just want their robot to be driving around, they just want to see it and that. I'm like, arey yaar, where is that resilience muscle that is building up? It is very important, right? So that's what we have to do as parents. Please do not rescue them. Don't rescue your children until and unless it is a life and death issue. I see a lot of parents, they cannot even see their children struggle. I'm a mom, 16 and 12. My 16-year-old goes to a park. He's going to hang out with his friends. Turns out that is his wrong address. I'm not going to immediately jump into the car and just like rush and save him and get him and get his bike and him into the car and like rush off to the correct playground, right? No, I'm like, dude, this is what happens when you don't, if you're multitasking or if you're not able to understand clearly what is the final goal. You have to go to this park, you ended up going to this park. Why? So I don't want to, am I not heartbroken about what happened? Of course I am. I am a mom. I am like, I just feel so sorry. He lost 1.5 hours of his time, precious time that he could be enjoying with his friends. But if I don't teach him now, what if he goes to college? What if he goes to college and instead of going to an examination hall, which is here, he ends up going to the wrong place? So isn't that a lesson learned now rather than later? So the idea is, let's help build our children's resilience muscle right now before anything else. So so rescue. So a lot of points, right? Don't rescue until it is life and death, because right now children, the most. So I live in America, where it is in Atlanta. Across the board right now, children, of course, even before COVID, this was the statistics, that a majority of children from the age of 20 to 35 were moving back to their parents' homes because, one thing, they were either not able to cope, they were not either able to cope with real life, okay, or okay, so actually it will help if I'm able to do this with a Zyboard. One second. Because it is, see, if it was not sad, it would have been funny, really. I mean, I just feel sometimes just sad and heartbroken about what is happening. Let me see if I'm able to share this. Okay, fantastic. So why do majority of children now move back? Is because not able to cope. And the second thing is, they are not able to, they feel, so one second, they feel they are not making an impact. No impact. Okay, so the majority of children are heartbroken. Children means like millennials and Generation Z and all of them. So right now we have 5 generations in the workforce. We have 5 generations in the workforce. 2020, excuse me, by 2025 we will have 5 generations in the workforce, 100% working hand in hand. Actually, this is happening right now. I apologize. Okay. It is already happening that we have 5 generations in the workforce. Okay. So everybody, so can you imagine a person who has born with an iPad, literally, like from day one, to a person who has to still manage and maneuver through the screen to try to figure out how to do things. So these are the kind of varied generations that we have right now. So in that, some of the children are not able to cope because they're overwhelmed, first thing. And the second thing is, they feel like they're not able to make an impact. So second thing is, they're not able to make an impact, right? How can you feel like that when you have only worked in a company for 9 months? 9 weeks. Impact takes a long time. It takes a while before you are able to make a positive impact in somebody's life. So especially in a corporation, if you join and you feel like nobody listens to me, all these young children who want quick things, right? And again, that is what technology is doing. Instant download from Netflix. You don't have to wait at all. I used to have to wait 1 week for the next episode to come. I would live at the pace of nature. Just, this is what I have done. This is what is happening. And I just think about all those things. I wait eagerly for the next week episode to come and again enjoy. Abhi to you don't have to wait. Some of my people I know, 24 episodes, 12 episodes. Oh, the whole weekend I was so busy. I had to catch up on all the seasons, 12 episodes at a time. But when adults, we are doing this, what about our children? Instant download ka zamana hai. We even saw that gentleman who was hit and bruised, and there was a big thing happening in Bangalore, where that lady was like, she was so impatient that her food did not arrive. But what has happened here, just looking at the underlying cause, the gentleman who was delivering, ठीक है, 1 mile है, 2 mile है, whatever, right? He's traveling in real traffic, okay, and he's trying to deliver food to this lady, Zomato may or whatever, right? And then that lady, see, everything online is instant, quick. So, oh, I ordered, I clicked a button, so abhi food should be in front of my face. That is not how it happens, right? So all these things, we have to show our children the juxtaposition of how the online world really works versus the offline. And also, Netflix ka agenda kya hai? Ki it wants you to stay hooked, obviously, because the more you keep your eyeballs there, it's affecting their bottom line in a positive way. Yes. So why would it want you to wait? It wants you to be comfortably numb and continue to be a passive consumer. So that is what you have to understand here, that please understand for yourself as an adult and how your role as a caregiver, as a parent, everything impacts our children. So let's just go to the comments section a little bit and then we'll continue. Please, anybody wants to join, you're welcome to. And here, Judy G, hi, welcome. Yes, common man, that's what I thought. I have seen Manikarnika after a very long time. That's what I felt. But we all have a real life also, so I totally appreciate her taking care of that. So Ashturji, passive consumers, yeah, it is sad. Absolutely, it is sad. Critical thinking skills, questioning, exploration are being lost. Yeah, thank you for Ashturji for your footage. Yeah, Shivani ji, heavy topic, I must say. Exactly. And Shivani ji, it is actually very, even in Generation Z, there are all these small micro generations that are popping up, because it is very surprising you actually brought this up, because I'll tell you, my youngest child that comes to me for robotics is 5.5. I cannot tell you, it is so fascinating to see a 11-year-old struggle with the same challenge when a 5.5-year-old can finish that. So I'm like, what is happening, right, to all our brains, and how fast they are able to evolve and cope and everything. And of course, see, our wiring is still like 70,000 years old, and our the brain's evolution versus the exponential evolution of our digital information is what is causing that chaos in our lives. So but yeah, you have a great point, absolutely. And I can see this difference, like in age groups, 14-year-olds struggling with the same thing that 11-year-olds are able to finish easily. So I'm like, just this fascinating period that we are in. And this was told already 100 years ago by Margaret Mead, who said that we have to give our children, so every generation is going to be, obviously by Darwin's theory, we are going to be genetically superior than our own parents. Then, and especially now with our children are always going to be the post figurative generation. So post figurative generation is they all, oops, one second, let me try to see if I can erase this. Okay, figurative. So it means they can always figure out things much before than we do. So in that case, what do? We only teach them, they, even before I can say anything, my son says, it's okay, mom, don't worry, I'll just Google. I'm like, yaar, arre, kuch bolne do yaar, I just also want to teach you something, right? But what we can teach is teaching them the timeless skills, people management, team dynamics, resilience, coping with adversity, all these things that make us truly human and truly unstoppable. So that's what we have to do. So yeah, basically Margaret Mead said that 100 years ago, and now that is coming so true. It's just she's an anthropologist, and yeah, just So why is India not going for skills-based learning in schools? So I'll tell you, BU, the whole thing is, again, there are a lot of lobbies, right? Gun control lobby, video game lobby, education lobby. Everybody wants to. So right now, this space that I am in, called education tech, ed tech, is so hot that I see so many players in this literally trying to see how they can expand their bottom line. It is just so unbelievable, the kind of rat race that all these companies are in. So why would you go to figure out what is good for the child when you can try to figure out what is good for your bottom line? And skills-based learning right now is happening uh, in Europe. It is happening at a very, very big scale. In America, it has been happening, but not at the level that it is even making a mark. And India, maybe there are all these diploma courses and all these things that are there, right? But they are still targeting all those people who cannot afford a decent higher education, like a college level education. But that stigma is changing, especially in Europe right now. 4 years के college में, people, half of the week they go to college and half of the week they go to job. So Capgemini, Ernst and Young, and all these very, very high powered consulting companies are actually doing on the job training for children, and they are sponsoring their the college education as well. So a lot of things are changing actually, but very, very in a very, very small scale. I'll tell you why the adaptation of all these skills based learning is also not coming fast enough, because as parents, we are very, very afraid. Are yaar, I am speaking like this, but in my heart. So right now, my child is enrolled in my high schooler is enrolled in a special education program. It's called three-dimensional education. I still, even though he is doing something like different than the regular high school, I feel like I want him to get a decent job that will pay him well. So, skills based learning ka adaptation, faster adaptation, is being sidetracked because of the agenda of the education lobby, as well as parents' fear of of our children not getting a good job. Okay. So truly, in the end, it is the mindset that has to change. So let's see, hopefully we will get there, as we are talking, we will hopefully get there. Okay, so yeah. So Heliji, yes, there has been the online learning platform has become indispensable. Absolutely. And I'll tell you, so Heliji, it's just been very, very heartbreaking for me, because it is like, it is, should I stop sharing? 1 second. Okay. No, actually, I'm going to write here based on what Soheli just said. How can we ensure life skills education when being physically away from school and confined in a room with a computer? That's a great question. But first, I'm going to answer your first part of the question. So here, first part of the comment here, basically, the equity of resources, the availability of resources for the people who are, what is it called, who are rich. 1 second, let's do this. Let's get back here. So the availability of resources, there is a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots. Especially, and you won't believe it, Soiliji, it's like it has enhanced. The gap is becoming more and more pronounced as we see it, because I know a child personally. I teach in Texas, very poor family, Spanish family, and the girl has one cell phone. She's extremely interested in learning Python coding. She codes on her cell phone, her mama's cell phone. And there is a very very wealthy Chinese family. The child is amazing. He has British accent because he has a very good British tutor, very well to do and everything, has like 3 or 4 devices connected, everything great. But the beauty is both of them are learning coding, and they want to do something with game design or animation or computational thinking. They want to be able to do this futuristic education right now with whatever resources they have. So, but I can see that glaring difference between the equity of resources. The resources are like, who is going to give that child an iPad or a laptop to work with? The poor girl. Basically they're trying to make ends meet here. So unfortunately, that is the gap that I have seen. I just feel it is heartbreaking. You do your thing, you try your best to, there was a high school here in Atlanta. There was a group of volunteers, high school children, who were collecting all these old iPads and distributing them to poor and needy children here in the inner city and everything. So things are happening, but uh, we are also sitting, Soheli ji, on $33 trillion worth of, excuse me, I have it on my computer, on my website, techno-materialism. Let me check one second if I'm saying techno, because I want to be right here before I say anything. So yeah, so let me see. Yes, sorry, excuse me, not trillion, $33 billion worth of unused technology. So this is, I'm just going to share this. What I'm reading, I'm just going to share here. Okay, so how can I share in this tab? How can I share another one? Let's see. So here, this is what I'm reading. As of 2018, I don't know if you can see it clearly. As of 2018, we are sitting on $33 billion worth of unused technology, okay, in our homes. So how about we all give away an old iPad or an old phone to somebody who is needy? There's so many things we have to do, but the equity of resources, the uneven distribution of resources has been just very heartbreaking to see. Okay, so to your point, I'll explain to you that it is still how to ensure quality life education, right? Okay, so your question is valid. Let me show you a topic that I wrote about. Pandemic is still an opportunity to teach sustainable life skills. So even though you're stuck inside a room and you're not able to do much, there are lots of things that you can still teach your child. I mean, of course, hopefully, wherever you live right now, you are able to. I believe you live in the US. So Heliji, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see this. I'm going to share the screen here. I found it. So Soheliji's question, I still kept it online here for you guys to see. How to ensure life skills education when you're being physically away from school, right? So I still believe strongly that pandemics can be still an opportunity. So how you can do it is inform them. See, 3 things, right? Awareness, education, and empowerment. What can we do to ensure that children are aware? Okay, hey, yeah, even I'm going through this, I'm juggling my job and my kitchen and my work and my personal life and everything. Even I miss people. I miss connection, because only in the context of connections, we can see whether we are successful, whether we are joyful and all that. So explaining to our children, how life can be lived, that an overload of information is going to be very, very difficult for them. They can also be okay. So there are some things that we can, what we do is we always crush the curiosity of children because we just spoon feed them the answers. So if we can just step back and let their curiosity and their imagination thrive, okay, we can also help them embrace their uniqueness. We can have these conversations, we can seize these times. See, they're not spending a lot of time in commuting, they're not spending a lot of time in away from us, they are home with us. So how can we use this time to help them practice self compassion, have a conversation. So, Haley there are stats right now that we are only speaking and engaging quality time with our children 6 minutes. There's some studies, I might have them in my website somewhere, but 6 minutes of quality time we are spending with our children. A day, a day. What is it that we are doing that we are so busy that we cannot engage more? So again, we both have to work together, and life skills can be, if you want, I can also share this link if you want, and it might be a little bit of use here if you want to go and check it out. So just deliberate practice. And I highly recommend you, any one of you who is watching, who is a parent or any caregiver who is interested in children and the future of our world, to please engage reading in books like that help with resilience. So Angela Duckworth is a great proponent of grit, which is nothing but resilience. So I keep telling my children 3 P's of robotics, right? Practice, practice, practice. Because also Seth Godin says this: show me your bad writing. What does that mean? Show them that only through practice they'll become an expert. Great things don't come easily. Again, resilience, I talk about resilience, and just if you are able to just check this out, and maybe also please give feedback, you're welcome to. So that's one thing. Okay, so I just go check here. So Pooja, so skills-based education means, I just explained, I hope you had a chance to listen to it, but basically वो diploma courses जो बोलते हैं, which is like, तुमको technician बनना है, तुमको plumbing, you want to become a plumber, or you want to become, carpenter, or you want to become, help desk coordinator, or a HR specialist, a specific skill ke liye, specific job training, basically diploma courses and all that. So that's what, at least here in the US, that is what it is. And when I was growing up in India, that is what I feel. I hope BU is also talking about the same thing. Shivani ji, yes. I just used the same word, and yeah. Spoon-fed, 100%, ma'am. We are all spoon-fed, and we are spoon feeding our children, unfortunately, which is very, very sad thing. And they're not developing their willpower muscle or their resilience muscle. No confidence, yes. But actually, good news is, Shivani ji, generally, as I'm going from North America's to Europe's to Africa's to Asia's and everything, the willpower and the resilience actually is very high. So there are stats also that Singapore Math Academy had done, where a child in America would give up easily versus a child in Singapore would still stay, on the problem, working very hard without asking for a solution. So there is still hope, and I see that happening. But across the board, there is a very big thing that we have to do to improve their first goal series to become an asset to company, while time we give to this goal is 2 years, as people like to jump quickly to the next job. Yeah, absolutely right on the money. 9 months में क्या impact होगा यार? I mean, what are you trying to do here? Oh, my boss didn't listen to my awesome idea that I have. But do you have like did you prove yourself so that your thing is taken seriously? We have to teach that to our children, obviously. Yeah. Thank you, DRXP Swagji. Yeah, thank you. And Our India has transformed at lightning speed post independence. Yes, yes. And both positively and negatively, right? For the better and the worse, unfortunately. So, lightning speed. But we come with a very, very great cultural baggage that we keep forgetting as we fast westernize ourselves. So, if we can retain our core philosophy, humanity, and what we stand for and everything, half of the job of understanding ethics and our intent will always, it's going to be a job easily done. Uh, yeah, if, please join, and don't worry about any kind of feedback is good. Don't worry. Just if you want to come, please, you're welcome to join. Um, थोड़ा है थोड़े की जरूरत है, absolutely. So lot of things, whenever we see in the Western media or anything, look at them, they're so organized, they're this, they're that, they're so well structured and everything. Absolutely true. And I feel sad for schools in India that are trying to, 100% full air conditioned school, American system of education, international standards of education. I'm like, okay. But what are you retaining as far as the cultural roots and what we have been given as part of our own lineage? What are you retaining, along with introducing new forms of education, right? So it has to be a definite balance. Contentment is confusing. So, okay, Archana, what is the topic of the day? Okay. Let's do the topic once again, and we'll get back to. Okay, education revolution in the digital age. That is the topic, Archana. That is the topic. So, what are the three? The questions is, what are the three ideas that will make our education system better? That is the topic. So, let's see. We are so Archana, I was just telling, I don't know if you had a chance to listen, but basically the idea is we are working on that's what I was requesting everybody who is watching and who has just joined. If you want to become a host, if you want to moderate, if you want to help us grow, please, you guys are welcome with any ideas, bring any topic to the table, host it, because we want to also grow in a way that we want to, give options to people as far as entertainment is concerned, education is concerned, right? How can we do it? We all are here always engaging because we see value in moving forward. So how can we do that? And singers, please put forward any topics that you want to see. People want singers. People want to hear back to basics series. We want to always keep ourselves up to date about whether it is Sri Devi's case, or Sushant Singh's case, or Jia Khan's case, Disha Salian's case. We always want to be aware of what is going on. So those topics will always continue. So what are the other things that you guys want to see? And if there's so many people who had reached out who wanted to contribute. Unfortunately, Lina Bavre ji was one of them who wanted to contribute, create, do a, creativity session and all that. There's so many artists that I personally know who are Sushant Singh warriors, who are massive, great tweeters. Okay, Polomi is one artist. Everybody can come and showcase their creativity, because creativity is, again, the biggest thing that we can do for problem solving. So teaching our children not to consume but to create, right? That is also part of the education revolution. So hello Archana ji, it's about thank you. Yes, thank you Shivani ji. Yes, okay. Soheli ji, okay. So Soheli ji is from New York City. Yes, I remember that you are from the US. Yes, ma'am. If 1-year-old has the entire universe in his hand in the form of an iPad, with their excellent cognitive analytical intelligence, they have seen it all. Yes. So that is exactly the problem. And the context, that is also a problem, because the context of how the real world evolves slowly is also missing. what is happening right now is there's a cognitive distortion. If a child is on the iPad for 1.5 hours, he puts it away, she puts it away, and she's like, yeah, real world is so boring. It is going at a snail's pace. What is this? Right? So, American Pediatric Association also said this, and there is, let me search for it if I can find it here. But there was a pediatrician who came during the 14 days live who also talked about this. APA, American Pediatric Association. Let me see if I can find it. They have very, very strict they have very, very strict recommendations that you cannot let children pediatric. We cannot let children have more than, okay, fantastic. I found it. Mama. So let's Chrome tab, it's on screens. Okay. So if you see, majority of us are checking our phones every 4.3 minutes. Okay. Again, we have notifications for everything on the planet Earth. आजकल तो tweets के लिए भी. Okay. Huh? He said that about me. How dare he? Immediately you have to stop everything and like address that, right? And again, 6-second focused attention, it has dropped in the last 15 years from 8 seconds. Our attention span. It is very, very sad. And American Pediatric Association. Let me search here. Okay. Okay, let's see. One more. Guidelines for okay. So digital media use completely avoided for children younger than 18 to 24 months. So that is what American Pediatric Association says. And of course, again, look at this. NIH has said that who spend more than 7 hours a day using digital devices show premature thinning of cortex. And that's what DRXP is saying, right? Our cognitive skills are on decline and our analytic skills are on decline because everything is being spoon-fed here. Everything is being spoon-fed here, even for adults, right? As Shivaniji was saying, we are becoming a generation of spoon-fed children and parents. So, yeah, just wanted to. Okay, so that's one thing. Let's keep going. Okay, Tamil is here. Hello, Tamil. How are you? Thank you for joining. I hope you have gotten back to your channel. I have to subscribe. I keep forgetting. I have a task list that is as long as the circumference of the earth. Oh, okay. So Archana is like, yahan pe, she's saying, yes, we actually, Archana, you won't believe it. We are just missing that continuous chatter of, hey, who's online? Who's moderating? Let's go online. Let's, who is going next? All these checks and balances and like quickly, like handing over the tasks and like moving at like such a quick, I was like, wahan se now there is no action in my life. I'm like, ye kya ho gaya? Right? So, Shivani ji says, hello, Tamil Anna. And then, yes. Actually, yeah, that sounds like right. That is what everybody is. Thank you. I appreciate that. And DRXPG, that's what a lot of my parents have said, that it is not surprising that these studies are saying that, because see, even as adults, our distraction addiction is taking a toll on us, right? We think that just because the internet is there online forever, we must also somehow be always available. Okay. Oh, wow. You checked my message, but you didn't reply. I'm like, yaar, array, I really am probably making dosas. I swear to God, I did not check, right? Like, I'm just giving you examples. So if you're not online, you're probably doing things in real world. And people forget that. But in our distraction addictions, we are forgetting that it's okay to let things pile up online. So yeah, it's Tamil says hi. Okay, and then let's see, one second. Basically, to get a livelihood. Yes, yes, exactly, and also to explain to them, Archana, do you want to live a great life, or just want to get a livelihood, right? That children, and then yes, the skills education is basically to get a livelihood. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Madhumati ji, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you, Tamil. And okay, simple. Just keep one motive all of your life. That is learning, even in office. Learn everything from your boss because it'll upgrade you only if you're doing your boss work. It'll enhance your knowledge and going to benefit you. Yes, yes, absolutely. And I always think your text. You know what this language that you write is called, right, Archana? It's called texties. Texties is full of shortcuts like this. So first time I read texties, I was like, "Thank you for your time." And the person had wrote TYME, and I was like, "Yeah, Ray, what are you saving here? You're not really saving anything, you are except for your type spelling it incorrectly." So I was like so confused, and then I was like learning more and more about texties, and then I was like, "Okay, yeah, this is what young people do. Okay, I get it." So Judy ji, yes, and many kids opt for technical schools, which emphasizes more on technical skills. Absolutely, Judy ji, you hit the nail right on the head. Here, machine is more cheaper, and man is more expensive in the US versus in India. Of course, it is also changing there, but not at that exponential rate. So here, employing a machine to do the same work that a man can also use to do is much cheaper than actually hiring a person to do it. So that is why all these vocational courses and all these skill-based training, they're all like so sought after because they're very. If you want to be a plumber, so our washing machine had broken down, and that gentleman came for literally 6 minutes or like 11 minutes or something like that, like 10 minutes. Okay. $75. I'm like, अच्छा यार ये $75 for one 10-minute visit क्या बात है? So of course, but it's not a steady job, so whatever, right? But just saying that dealing with teenagers is a challenge. They're simply not in a state to listen to you, even for a minute. A 6-minute quality time is a dream. Okay. So here again, I become very passionate whenever I hear this topic. So 1 second, I just want to share something. Digital parenting in a world. Okay. So here. So Viliji, I just want to direct you to this one here. And actually, I'm going to put it here so that if you get a chance, I want you to check it out. A lot of, okay, one second. There are a lot of things about teenagers here that I want you to be able to see. Yeah, 1 second. This is the digital. Yeah, but if you can search teenagers and how to talk to teenagers, you will be able to. Okay, so on just look at the link that I gave you, and from there you can navigate to. There are very specific strategies to make children listen to us. So simply, right, for you, just actionable if you don't have time to go check it out. Teenagers don't like eye contact. Okay, best thing is just in the car or when they are just walking around, just in your presence. You don't have to ask them to, hey, look at me, listen to me, or anything. Just say those words. We are simply planting the seeds in their heads, and trust me, they're always listening because they will blossom. Those seeds will sprout when it is the right time. Array, mommy said this, dad said this. This is what I'll do, right? So you do your thing. Don't worry. Teenagers have that attitude thing going on for a reason. It's just, remember yourself as a teenager. You just didn't really want to be like told what to be done or whatever, right? So it's okay. So the only thing I'm requesting is going midway or even more in trying to understand the teen. Okay. So timeline of truth. Yes, sir. If you want to join, let's see. Let's post it here. Timeline of truth. I think Gurpreet ji, right? So please, sir, if this is, yeah, please, you're welcome to join. And mm, okay, Pinky Gupta. Okay, please, if Genda Swami is for me, I'll take that as a compliment. I appreciate that. Otherwise, I don't understand the context. Okay, so no Indian parents will want their child for careers like locksmith and carpentry, for example. But here in the US, one can explore such careers when in high school. Yes, the reason, yeah. So Judy ji, unfortunately, that is true, because also we feel like it is unstable. It is a contracting kind of a job, and it is not going to give the lifestyle that we want our children. We think our children deserve and everything. So yeah, that is pretty much what it is, right? We both are on the same page, and I believe you have a 16-year-old as well. So yes, we have the best spiritual and scientific culture, but I'm afraid it's slowly fading. And I have a desperate urge to enroll my kids in Vedic school, but again, my family thinks I've gone crazy. Actually, DRXPG, we are going counterculture. Trust me, things are happening. You are actually not the only crazy one. Okay, trust me. And lot of things, lot of chanting schools have come up, because we see a lot of value in how it rewires the brain. Repetition of these mantras or anything like that, how they're all scientifically proven, and spiritual education is nothing but reflecting inward to see what your true potential is and everything. So if you want to do that, by all means, I please urge you to do that. My husband is a Sanskrit teacher, and he's a huge, like, he studies Sanskrit and everything, and it's just so fascinating. Language of that kind, it's just like spoken by only a few hundreds or thousands of people in the world today. It's just so sad. Gurpreet ji is here. I'll just add him. Gurpreet ji, I'll just continue reading the messages, and 1 second, sir, and I'll give you a chance. Okay. So it should be free for all, only merit based student, not caste. Yeah, no privatization, focus on government channel should be there. So, okay, your top three, okay. Let's free for all. Unfortunately, that is the whole problem, right? Commoditization of schools is happening, and only merit based students, not based on any, yeah. So the whole thing about quota system and everything was to try to bring up the people who were and again, now as we see, a lot of there also a lot of abuse has been happening and all kinds of things. So rubbish, and then we go against it. There's lack of good alternative. Yes. But just showing our children at home that there is an alternative, that they can just look at things not just in black and white. I mean, they're like to expand divergent thinking, and they can argue with them, create a debate, ask them their opinion, share their opinion, why they think like that. We can do a lot of things, even if the school is not actively doing anything like that. So activity based drama. Okay, so we'll just pause here and just take Gurpreet ji, and then we'll continue here. Gurpreet ji, you can unmute yourself. How are you, sir?
हेलो मैम, आप कैसे हैं?
ठीक है. How are you?
हम बढ़िया एकदम से।
Awesome.
जी। जी मैं एजुकेशन को लेके ही देखिए, मैं पिछली बार भी यही चीज बताया था
Yeah.
कि एक बार क्या हुआ कि एक दोस्त के बेटे के एडमिशन के लिए स्कूल गए हम लोग। वहां पे जहाँ पे एक्चुअली मैंने पढ़ाई की हुई, जिस स्कूल से मैंने, उसी स्कूल में गए हम लोग। तो वहां पे बोला जाता है कि बच्चों के लिए आरओ वाटर है, डिजिटल क्लास है, डिजिटल प्लेग्राउंड है, यहाँ लेके जाते हैं, यहाँ विजिट करवाते हैं बच्चों को, हॉर्स राइडिंग हो गया, स्विमिंग हो गया, सब कुछ बोल दिए। लेकिन बाद में मैं मेरे दोस्त उठ के आ गए वहां से। हम लोग वहां के जो अभी एग्जिस्टिंग जो प्रिंसिपल थे, जो उनके सामने उठ के आ गए। वो बोले कि क्या हो गया? मैंने बोला कि सर, हम होटल की बात नहीं कर, हम एजुकेशन की बात करने आए थे यहाँ पे। अब एजुकेशन में बताइए ना, क्या क्या चीज है यहाँ पे एजुकेशन? तो बोलते हैं कि क्या कहते हैं, नहीं यहाँ पे हम बच्चों को अलग ट्रीटमेंट देते हैं, ये है वो है। और फिर वो मतलब जो आजकल एजुकेशन को मार्केटिंग सेल्स पुश करते हैं। तो मैंने बोला कि ठीक है सर, आपकी बात जो है बहुत सही है, अब बच्चों के लिए फोकस करते हैं, साइकोलॉजिकल बहुत सारी चीजें बता रहे हैं जो कि मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही है। एट प्रेजेंट मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही है, बच्चों को कहाँ समझ में आएगी मुझे नहीं पता वो। लेकिन अगर आप बोल रहे हैं आप अलग से पढ़ाते हैं, तो आई होप आप 1+1 2 के बदले 4 नहीं बताते होंगे। गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में भी 1+1 2 ही बताया जाता है। ये तो आज की डेट में कंप्लीट करना चाहते हैं कि हमारे बच्चे का बैग कितना भारी है, पड़ोसी के बच्चे से ज्यादा होमवर्क कर रहे हैं। हम उस कंपैरिजन के चलते हम अपने बच्चों को दबा रहे हैं आज की डेट में। एजुकेशन तो दे ही नहीं रहे हैं हम तो।
My parents are
तो
also definitely have to be blamed. Yes, sir. That is definitely there because you're seeing कि हाँ, I want my child to be comfortable, as you said. अच्छा quality water, अच्छा swimming pool and everything. Okay, physical comforts हो गए, but are you really improving the cognition of that child? Are you able to help him problem solve? What are you doing for their mental capacity? Are you enhancing it or not? Not just the quality of their playground or whatever.
जी, फिर उसमें भी उन लोगों का ये तर्क रहता है कि हम बच्चों को मारते नहीं है, ये नहीं करते, वो नहीं करते। तो मैंने बोला कि मैं इसी स्कूल से पढ़ के निकला हूँ जहाँ पे आप बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं ना, वहीं पे बहुत बार मार खाया हूँ मैं। आप ही के जो मम्मी थी
Yeah.
प्रिंसिपल, उनसे आते बहुत मार खाया हूँ मैं। तो अब ये बात मत ही कीजिए आप कि मारते नहीं बच्चों को, सबको मालूम है कि पीछे क्या होता है, बोलने भर की बात रहती है। लेकिन ये चीज है कि एजुकेशन जो है ना वो मिस है आज की डेट में।
Yeah.
एजुकेशन कहीं पे भी नहीं है, ये हर जगह ना एक छोटा सा ना कंपटीशन क्रिएट किया जाता है। अरे आपने ये काम कर लिया, बहुत अच्छी बात है, ये लो आप। हम लोग मतलब एक बोलते हैं छोटी रेस में दौड़ता आदमी तो जीतता है तो कुछ ना कुछ गिफ्ट दे के शांत करवाते हैं उसको। उसको एनकरेज नहीं करते हैं कि आगे दौड़े। हाँ बेटा, तुम 4 बच्चों का एग्जाम हुआ था, तुम फर्स्ट आके बहुत बड़ी बात होगी तुम्हारे लिए। और वो लोग क्या करते हैं, मैगजीन में छाप देते हैं पैसा देके, वो सब चीजें करके। लेकिन कंपटीशन तो था नहीं वहां पे कहीं पे। तो रियल
Here,
एजुकेशन।
trophy generation करके there is something like that. 1980s से Gurpreet ji, what you just said
जी
is कि everybody
जी
in the team
जी
will get a trophy. So, so you are actually going to get a trophy for being mediocre. मतलब कुछ भी काम मत करो, तेरे को ट्रॉफी मिल जाएगा at the end of the season, sports season.
जी
So there is a lot of articles written about trophy generation, and that is what our children are now expecting. कि कुछ भी नहीं करो बट शाबाशी मिलना चाहिए बस. So, very well said, sir. Yeah, and if parents like you walk away, maybe they will start thinking कि, hopefully that has to happen at a huge, like a scalable level, so that things will change. And that is great that you actually have done something like this.
मैम प्रॉब्लम ये है कि लोग ना सिर्फ बोलते हैं, करते नहीं है। और एक बहुत छोटा एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ आपको मैं
Yeah.
कि जब वाइफ जब प्रेग्नेंट होती है, जब डिलीवरी के समय बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि डॉक्टर लोग बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं ऑपरेशन के लिए, ऑपरेशन बना
Yeah.
के पैसा मांगते हैं।
Yeah.
सब बोलते हैं कि नहीं करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए। खुद के बच्चे जब जाते हैं ना, वाइफ जाती है तो दोनों ऑपरेशन के लिए हाँ हाँ बोल लेते हैं। तो लोग
Yeah.
डबल स्टैंडर्ड। जैसे मैं अपने केस में बता रहा हूँ, मेरी वाइफ प्रेग्नेंट थी तो मैंने एक्चुअली पढ़ाई की मैंने पूरी उसके ऊपर। लास्ट में जब
हाँ.
डॉक्टर ने बोला कि कॉर्ड फंसा हुआ है, तो मैंने बोला कि डॉक्टर साहब आपने एंगल ही गलत लिया हुआ है। जब आप नीचे से लेंगे, अगर आप नीचे से टूवर्ड फीट अगर आप हेड तरफ देखेंगे तो कॉर्ड तो बीच में आएगी आएगी, वो तो गले में दिखाई देगी आपको। आपको साइड बाय
हाँ.
साइड एंगल
हाँ.
से आपको साइड बाय साइड से पता चला कि वो कॉर्ड था ही नहीं वहां पे। तो ऐसे जो
She do natural delivery then?
जी हाँ, नेचुरल डिलीवरी था पूरा।
बट इतना स्केयर कर देते हैं ना. मेरा भी आई हैड टू गो थ्रू सिजेरियन बिकॉज ऑफ द सेम थिंग, राइट? कॉर्ड इज choking the child. We don't have enough time. Rush. And wow, okay, interesting.
तो मैंने डॉक्टर को मैं सीधा बोला कि डॉक्टर साहब पैर से ऊपर देख रहे हैं गले की तरफ, अगर पेट के बीच में नाभि है जो, उससे कोई भी रोप निकलेगी गले में दिखाई देगी, वो आप डायरेक्शन नहीं बता सकते। लेकिन अब साइड बाय साइड चेस्ट से लेंगे ना, तब आपको एक्चुअली पता चलेगा कि वो रोप एक्चुअली फंसी हुई है कि नहीं फंसी हुई है। मेरे केस में ऐसा नहीं था।
No, you
और
have to
तुरंत
question.
नॉर्मल डिलीवरी कर रहे हैं।
No, we have,
लेकिन
and one point, right? We have stopped questioning because
जी
experts know better, right? So because you
जी
questioned, you got a great outcome. But people are not even ready to do that because they're like, "Chalo, yaar, we have outsourced this to the expert. Let them take care of it. They know better." That
वही
also we
मैं
have to teach our children.
लोग दूसरों को सलाह तो देते हैं लेकिन खुद इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं करते उसको।
Yeah, yeah,
मेरे
yeah.
केस में उल्टा हुआ, मैं सलाह भी नहीं दिया, इम्प्लीमेंट कर लिया जो चीज सही थी।
That's awesome.
जी
Sir,
जी
thank you. You're welcome to hang out
जी
here. Just Judy ji ko I'll just welcome and then
जी जी मैम, जी
yeah,
जी।
like Judy ji, yes. Hello, how are you? You're on mute.
Oops. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. So did you give your eyes a rest? You're okay.
Yeah, I woke up yesterday at 3 a.m. and then Varun's show was on. Then I'm awake from 3 a.m.
Arre yaar.
So could not help it. My just sleep just broke up. That's okay. But this topic of yours is so versatile. I don't know. You can go on and on
Yeah,
talking about it on so many different angles.
yeah,
Like for example, now you just the person just said that we don't ask questions, but that's how we have been brought up, right? In India, at least that time. I'm talking from 70s. Like
yeah,
you don't question your elders. Whatever they say is right. That's the thing, and probably that is inseeded in us that even now even if we are in the US, I still sometimes correct my sons and say, oh, you don't need to ask
yeah,
me. What mommy says is right, you
yeah,
know but they are made to question here in
yeah,
school, ask why they have to do it. It's not that they're being rude or they're being disobedient. They just want to know the curiosity level, that why exactly are you telling me to not do this or not to do this. That
yeah,
is one thing. So probably I think so. We as Indian parents have to change with time, and I'm pretty sure many are changing. Also, the fact, like when we even just said that these jobs, like the labor jobs,
mm,
the when you look in the broadened future, like the income coming, there is always a tangibility that whether you'll get the income, not get the income.
yeah,
But at the same time, we as parents, at least majority, tell for children, follow your dreams, do what
mm,
you are passionate about. So
yeah,
and I'm sure Indian kids are brilliant. They can
yeah.
be engineers, doctors, scientists. But how many engineers, doctors, scientists are we producing? And there are many more other professions which are equivalent good to it, but we think that they are lower paid, so we don't want that, and we want our kids only to be engineers, doctors, and scientists. And even though they become that, so if you'll weigh the pros, like tomorrow morning he gets up and he's so miserable to go to the hospital, but at the same time he loves painting and he would do anything to sit and paint or something. So which one would pay? Obviously doctor's career would pay lots of money. He'll have a mansion, branded cars. Painter's job or something might have a small house, a small car. But
But if
there
the
you go.
doctor's soul is crushed every morning when he is getting up and
Ex-
walking to the,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So, so you have to, as parent, this is what personally I do. I
yeah,
tell my kids, you might not have, I have a kid, I told you that he has this theater and performing. Tomorrow, if get a job, you won't become an actor or something like that, but you can always become a acting teacher in the school. But it won't pay you that much. You might not have a mansion, you might not have a branded car, but you might have small house, small
yeah,
car. But as long as you're happy with it, that
yeah,
matters. So it's the content level where the child is contented. But sometimes parents do crush those dreams. Like even though we think that we are looking for the best of our child, but
yeah.
at the same time we are crushing it with what they love, and we are trying to complete our dreams in them. That's what
That
sometimes.
is most often, that is sadly most often the case, because we think, oh, we know what is right for the child. अरे बहुत कुछ देख लिया यहाँ पे, people following their dream, and क्या हुआ at the end? They get frustrated because they don't have a certain lifestyle. We know everything. You just
Yeah,
do this.
yeah.
क्या है? So yeah,
Yeah, and I'll just give one tips for
yeah,
parents, mothers especially. Best way to counsel your kids is when you're driving them in your car. They have nowhere to go
yeah,
except for their phone, and if they're not, and they have no choice but to hear you talking for that 1 hour drive or the half an hour drive. So
yeah,
I do that counseling business when I'm driving my kids to
yeah,
anywhere. Like I will tell them all the tips, all the some stories or something related to it. Might be they're not, but it is washing down their ears, it's
yeah,
going down their ears.
yeah,
So as long as it's going down their ears, and it's not that they don't they don't absorb it. They do absorb it, but they just try to show you that they're, not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
They're
you
too
know.
cool. They're too cool for you. Yeah.
Exactly,
No,
exactly. So
see,
that's
Judy
the
ji,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, Rachna, go on.
No, no, no. I'm just saying, see, as you said, you are washing down some things down their throat. They look like they're ignoring you. But
Correct.
one day, God forbid this doesn't happen to you, your child, but I always have this recurring dream. My child is on an abandoned highway. He is driving. His car has broken down. It is pouring rain.
Yeah,
All those cinematic effects, okay? He is by
right,
himself alone.
right.
He's trying to change his car tire. He's sad. He's desperate, lonely. But whatever I say, those words during his childhood or his teen years,
Yeah,
something, if they can come to his rescue,
yeah,
and give him comfort.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like, so if they
No,
can
no,
give,
that's fine. You know what? I'll give you one example. When my older one was in high school, and there is something called the National Honor Society over here. You
yeah,
must be knowing. So
yeah,
you have to apply for the National Honor Society,
yeah,
and the application is approved by a panel of teachers. So first time it got dejected, and then you can apply or something. You can something like that. So he felt very bad. So I told him, okay, you did your best. You got your great scores. Oh, now just why don't you pray and you take it to God, and let's see. And he reapplied for it, and he literally prayed, and he was chosen for it. He was so happy. So you told me that just you pray, and and it works. So I said, sometimes you have to something you have to leave it to God,
yeah,
and and see, faith and no, whatever science do
yeah.
run parallel to each other.
One
So,
hundred.
yeah,
That
so
is why. That
yeah,
is why I send them to Bali Vihar,
yeah,
because that spirituality, that thing that we
yeah,
are going to, that reflection, that
yeah,
whatever your faith is, it doesn't matter, but that is going to be an anchor for you to fall back on when
ex-
everything else outside in the world will break down. So
exactly, exactly. So this is what I teach my kids, that you need to always have faith. Some things might not work even how badly you want it to, but probably that's his plans. Like he doesn't want. He knows what is best for you, and he
yeah.
will always give you the best. This is my teachings to my kids. I don't know what others implement, but I feel that this works with them and it's best for them, and that's how it goes. So anyway, thank you so much, Rachna. It was
Thank
interesting. So first time I
Very
joined,
nice
you know,
talking with you, ma'am. It's real. It started from the house itself. Um, Good evening, everyone. Hi, Rachna.
Hi. Yeah, thank you,
I'll,
Judy.
I'll
Yes,
take
Madhu.
your leave. I'll take your leave, Rachna. I'll,
Okay,
I'll,
yeah, you're
I'll be,
welcome.
I'll be, I'll
Okay.
be listening to you on the other side, but I'll take your leave here. Okay.
Thank you, thank
Bye.
you, thank
Take
you,
care.
thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
You.
Okay. Yes, Madhubati, how are you?
Yeah, wonderful. I came in between. It make you shock.
Oh, why?
Your face become like, like.
No, no, no. I'm very happy. No, no, no. I was just, both of you were talking at the same time, so I was like trying to focus. No, don't worry. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Yes, as she said, it is starting from our home, isn't it?
yeah,
Starting with stories, moral stories, and it's need to be, if it is the environment with the joint family, they are very gifted for me, because we are very intelligent in the math. We can able to teach the maths, otherwise science, English,
yeah,
okay. And we are our own language, Hindi or Marathi or something. Dadi will be help,
yeah,
whatever the grammatical way.
yeah.
Especially in Dada is in the way he will teach all the political, what is by-election, midterm election. My son is doing lot of tantrum while he is studying all the history. So I
Ah,
simply forward him to his whatever the topic it may be.
hmm,
He will go to his dadi, or either to his dada.
hmm,
So he
hmm.
can he will ask the question, he will grasp it, then he will apply on the paper.
That is awesome. No, Madhumati,
That,
you won't believe it. Right now, the situation is so bad that there was an article. The grandmothers have been replaced by grandparents have been replaced by iPads or something like that. I was reading. and it is
Yeah.
just so sad. It's just so
Yeah.
sad to even like imagine what is happening. Our children growing up without any, like,
Support.
yeah,
Yeah. They have to know how do they know what is our sanctity, what is our culture, what is our balance, how do I behave with others. Just very important, especially when you are talking about from the house. The mother is doing important role. For girls, they are very gifted. A certain period they are sticking with their father. After that one period they are switching over to mother. So mother is teaching them everything, what are the things happen in their body, everything. But the
yeah,
boys are very cursed sometimes. I ask my husband, whatever you are doing, your business and whatever you are doing, you have to spend at least half an hour with your boy.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
very essential. He might have been hesitant with me, but he is not. I give you an example: the sex education and everything here.
yeah,
So there is a. I really want to give one suggestion to the schools who are conducting this kind of things. They
yeah,
have to bring some other teacher or some counselor to teach this
yeah,
particular subject,
yeah.
especially because the next day the children have to face the teacher. They are hesitating a lot after taking this class. This is too
And
mentally they
Madhu,
are.
and Madhumati ji, to your point, actually, about explaining sex education and explaining how their bodies are growing and everything, we are going towards a very, very non-binary world as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
We used to tell that hormonal changes. What is inside my hormone? A
yeah,
woman, what kind of hormone she have? That's why this kind of changes is happen. You are a man. So he asked me. I
mm.
explained to him. He gave a speech. He got a prize.
Oh
So
my God, that
if
is awesome. That
he,
is awesome.
a mother can be a wonderful teacher than everyone.
Yeah,
If,
yeah,
for example, he can't be able to think about you badly.
yeah,
If you are teaching him in front of some girls, the mind they are telling some mind can change and all. Now, this is the psychological technique. You and your sister, your grandparents over here, what do they think? They think take it in a good way. They treat everything in a good way. They know to respect women.
and I agree with you, and there also has to be in the education evolution being something being taught like this, especially to our boys, our young boys, that if anybody says no, if a woman or
Mhm.
anybody says no, it means no, that
Yes,
you cannot advance and keep advancing yourself onto them, because they are, you have to respect their private space, and like they don't want to engage with you anymore. So yeah, there's so many things that we need to I'll
yeah.
just quickly
Rachana, Rachana,
uh,
please, sorry, I'm calling you as
no,
Rachana.
don't worry, yeah,
Yeah, Rachana, I think most of the children who
uh,
are in the good situation, in a good school and the value system, who do they know about a lot? They are contributing a lot. They are behaving very good
yeah,
in the society than the person who are not educated well.
yeah,
They don't know how to educate.
see.
Even elder are doing too many mistakes than a younger one.
See, I'll tell you why is most of it is happening here is because uh, we were just talking about it, right? Like we are so distracted, addicted ourselves, we are
Yeah,
not able to manage our technology well,
yeah,
because of which we are not able to teach our children well. So
yeah.
we have to first learn, obviously, before we, yeah.
So think then you need whom you need in that space. You need Dadi to tell story.
Absolutely. Nee,
See,
I'll
they
just
are
go to I'll just
yeah,
go to the comment section for a few seconds and then come back.
yeah.
Archana and Shrinuji, welcome, welcome. Just 2 minutes and then we'll continue. Max SG wants some negativity and masala. Sir, then we'll have to talk on WhatsApp. No, I'm just kidding. Please, I'm just joking. So welcome and please, your office of Vibhoranand. Let's just talk if you have, and we already have addressed this, and we stand against whatever has happened. Vibhoranand ji, please, if you want to come, you're welcome to come and debate. So
Yeah, I read talk. Someone is talking about that. I don't know.
happy news is K. Moganeshwaran 7 years Ishwaran has become a member, sir. We appreciate your membership. Thank you so much. And thank you. I appreciate that. So Swapna ji says something here. I'm just sorry, guys. I might have missed a few messages here. I'm just trying here. Let's see. Girija ji is here.
Read
Manual
my
labor
comments, please, ma'am.
your comments are okay. Let me go back. Girjaji says in India, manual labor is looked down upon. My regular plumber says every month he earns not less than 40,000 rupees, yet his son does not. Wow. Dekho.
Great number.
Wow, look at this. He would rather not do a plumbing job because it is looked down upon, but he can do BCom and be jobless for years. This is the see here dignity of labor, Girjaji. I used to travel by train in 2010, 2011 to work downtown, Atlanta downtown. There used to be this very, very nicely dressed woman every day, and I would be like, wow, look at her, just so nice and shiny. One day, she's getting off the train, and behind the steps, train she's going behind a closet and taking out all the janitorial supplies. So basically, she's a janitor. And I saw the dignity of labor. I was like, salute, madam. She's taking her job so seriously. And also, she wants to look good, right? Doing whatever job she's doing. It was just an eye opener for me. So, dignity of labor has to be taught to our children. No matter what they do, they have to respect. So, Archana, I'm going to scroll a little bit. कहाँ पे है तेरा second? तू बोल दे यहाँ पे. You're here.
How to manage that stress? Teach them how to manage the stress.
Is that what she's asking? Okay. Is it? It's not
नहीं
possible.
नहीं इससे ऊपर था.
Okay,
1 to 3 करके 3 points.
Oh, 3 points. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. So first, to teach kids what is wrong, because in this digital age, that is very important to know. To teach kids both ways, digital and paper, pen way to yes. And third thing,
Paper and 10 years keep kids
strict discipline, and afterwards also in such comfort level that they can share whatever they want. Yeah. See, I always tell my children.
I can add a fourth one if you want.
What is it?
Okay. It's a little long. I am not a parent. First, let me tell you this thing.
Are you sure? Because you
but from a kid point of view, what?
That's what you be a great mom.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just want to say what I feel actually, I think why I said that we should first teach kids like what's right or wrong, because I think at least we should make them this much capable that they were able to take right decisions when needed, as per their circumstances in the life. Because it can be possible, like whatever we are saying is right today, it can be wrong tomorrow. Okay, so I think that once we will teach them now, like this is good or bad, so obviously it will just make a proper they can go through this, but I think it will also leave a space in their minds, to grow and to use their minds. Because I feel like sometimes what used to happen, like here in India especially, what I talk about is strict discipline. It used to happen in two ways. One is positive and one is negative too. What happened is parents used to strict the children in such a way that after some time kids don't even want to listen their parents. So it should be not like that. It's a very dangerous thing. I mean, you should keep them in strict discipline, but in a positive way. You should there should be a comfort level also.
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
don't want them to revolt against you, right?
Yeah.
And when it comes to digital things, so we should also accept this thing, that in digital world you can't max to max what we can do is parental control or this or that, or you're not going to use computer, or you're not going to do this or that. But when, if a kid is like that he's gonna that कि मुझे तो करना ही है करके, so you can't control them. Means
Yeah.
आप कहाँ रुकोगे, घर पे रुकोगे, okay fine, then he is going to be in their friend's home, maybe in school, मतलब they will find ways to do that particular thing or whatever they मतलब digital, obviously there is not only limited to teachings only, right? So what I'm thinking is like give them space also, and but most the basic thing should be like this wrong and right thing.
Yeah. But see, there is wrong and right. May see, even without being a parent, you are able to see. You're doing that obviously because you are a concerned adult. You know children, or either your friends' children, or somebody in your family who has children, or anything like that. You come into contact with children, and you are obviously engaged and interested in the future. Obviously, so see, the thing about this is there are so many points about what you just said, right? 70,000 years say our brain has evolved in a way to communicate, first verbally, then written. So many things have been happening, and suddenly now digital communication. So it's called, again, we'll take it up in a technology episode, linear communication. How dare Archana says that? You probably did not even mean it. Accidentally, capital lock, caps lock on ho gaya, and it's when I'm reading it, it sounds like as if you're angry, but it's not, right? So we have to explain that communication online is completely different. The second thing is
Yeah.
reputation. The second thing is reputation is so important, but people are like, I have a digital forum now. Let me immediately make a video and express to the world how I feel. Okay. But
Yeah.
children, see, that is the Generation Z. So that is the difference between millennials and Generation Z. Generation Z is those who are born after 1995. What they do is, so millennials the ki, uh, I will do whatever I want. I want to do whatever my passion says. Generation Z is like, I want to contribute to the world. I want to tell them how I feel. So everybody, now we are also taking, all the adults are also taking some cues from them, and chalu ho jata hai. So Twitter hai, so I want to tell the world what I really think about everybody else. Video hai, capability on my phone, I will tell the world how I really feel about everybody else. I'm like, yaar, pehle, let's clean our house. Let's take care of our own personal growth. Then, if we don't teach our children this, what is going to happen? They will use all these tools, these digital tools, in a way that is going to. And internet kya hai? It has the it has memory of an elephant. Things are going to stay there forever. Why
Yeah.
are you doing all these things that are damaging your reputation? That is what we have to teach our children. And to your point, Archana, right or wrong, see, that is fact versus opinion का difference है ना. जो भी तेरे लिए truth या right है, मेरे लिए नहीं हो सकता है. तो that is the discernment that we have to teach our children. कि it can be an opinion. अभी तो everything is an opinion news. There is no fact base. ऐसा हुआ है. Nobody says that. This is what I think must have happened. This is what I think must have happened. And like that is their opinion about what has happened. So
I am only talking about like moral ethics, because after when these children are going to grow, na, so they have to use their own intellect as per their circumstances and things. And one more thing, Rachana ma'am, Venki is saying like if you tell them right or wrong, they will be interested in wrong. So what I am thinking in, it's better that parents tell their kids what is wrong than the other person from the outside is telling them this is wrong, because then they will be more curious that why my parents didn't told me all these things, right? So I think this is better that because like if like I was just reading the editorial and it was like regarding maternity all these things. like abortion and all laws. So there was a thing like that adult girl and like a mother's point of view, like, so what she said, like, if a girl comes in that particular age, in previous time you can control a person, like, but now kids are like living means far away from their parents, you can't control. So what you can teach your kids
So here,
that
Archana,
shouldn't get pregnant, or you should use this or that, whatever, because there you can only go for preventive, you can't you're getting me right, what I'm
totally
trying to say.
100% got you. See, this topic can be a little, very difficult for parents who have girl children.
I'm
Might
talking about both.
Yeah, a little bit we go to the digital era. Doesn't know it will impact this much of controversial things will happen in our future. We never think.
No, why I'm adding this thing is because the way we don't have as much as control over the life of our kids, similarly we don't have control over the digital thing. So
Nay,
somehow it's like,
I'm amazed at your observations here, Archana, because that is actually happening right now, where children as young as 8 years old and 7, 8, and 9 years old are getting hypersexualized here because क्या है लिपस्टिक लगाओ ऐसे करो एंड सेल्फीज लेके इंटरनेट में पोस्ट करो पेरेंट्स थिंक दैट इज क्यूट पेरेंट थिंक दैट इज क्यूट एंड चिल्ड्रन डोंट नो कि oh so at this age if I am being like projected online like this, right, that is a very unfortunately
actually, if I would say, like, it will be like children are becoming adult before like their age or something, because so I think that's the thing what I'm saying is like means everything starts from the family. That was my basic thing for every topic when it comes to the society or when it comes to the kids every time, because I think it's your family, it's your parents who build you whatever you are. They are the first one who choose what you have to choose or not, means not in a like professional or some other sense, but if we are talking about the modern parents, like, so they are like understandable of all these things. They know what hardships or they even understand okay fine, maybe we are telling our kids to become a doctor, maybe they can choose something else. So they are this kind of flexible thing in themselves. But what I'm saying, first like right and wrong is not the right and wrong thing, but I'm talking about the moral and
right
ethics here. When you have strong principles in their in their character, once you build the character now, then even after there is something wrong or worst in their life in future when they will be like adult or something, so they will definitely going to choose wrong over worst thing. So I think that's the decision, that's how we should teach our kids that it's not about always right or wrong, it can be between wrong and worse. So at that time what you are going to do,
your
so I think we should,
your character and
yeah,
convictions
exactly,
will help you decide your character and conviction will help you decide what is
so we
and,
should
yeah
we should give them that much space so that they can develop that kind of mindset to decide, means like in such
For that,
circumstances.
we have to spend
Rachana,
time.
I'm leaving, okay.
no, you're
I
welcome
want
to
to
stay
leave,
with
okay, bye.
No. Just I'm telling
No,
you.
my
Oh,
phone battery is just
okay
going to, that's why.
okay
Okay, bye, good night.
okay
Good night.
thank you. Yes. Madhumati ji,
As-
I just, you can, 2 minutes, maybe we can just go to the comment section. Yeah, you can say something. Yeah, please.
yeah. For that, we have to spend some time with our children.
Yeah.
If
I'm just
they
looking.
don't understand, we can ask the school to conduct activities. We can able to remember still today, Apple and that whatever the pictures and videos we do know.
Yeah.
We still know Tom Sawyer and everything. So these kind of things will make them helpful to learn good things.
So I just Absolutely, absolutely. And I just wanted to highlight this one. See, character education, conviction, and values, and our value system and everything. Just want to also show that.
In a video, yes. The
Yeah, yeah.
picture
Just
will register as for us also. If we are reading many books, we are watching a movie.
yeah,
Which one will give more attention? The movie.
yeah.
Obviously, we are uh, very obviously we are
Visual.
going
Yeah.
color, yeah, features and everything. We are visualized people. We are not, we don't know what has happened on 6th and 7th. We might have been get more marks, but even though still we remember the LKG and UKG, the picture wala किताब
Books.
किताब हमको बहुत पसंद है कहानी तो बहुत पसंद we read a lot of stories. Still I don't remember that black rice and the black moon story in italic story. Still
Yeah.
I what is the story? I don't remember. Still I do remember the story.
Why do we remember that? That is the beauty, right? Aajkal to, the
Yeah.
people are doing a lot of visual things, but the reason why it has stuck with you is because when you were reading reading the book and also seeing the pictures, you were combining your curiosity plus your imagination and creating a beautiful
Yes,
world
yes,
of vision. But right now the images are being fed into us video ke
yeah.
hisab se. So that is the problem.
When you are reading a book, you are creating that story. आपने आपको हिसाब से आपका हीरो है, मेरे हिसाब से मेरे हीरो है.
Yeah.
एक ही किताब तो एक ही है, मगर तो हीरो हीरोइन विलन एवरीवन विल चेंज. इन लोगों के लिए ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं है. So they are all very one they are making it animatic.
Yeah.
Animation, or they are fall in love with the digital world and more. We have to bring out them, and otherwise they have to conduct more program like activity or something happen.
Right.
They don't know anything about politics. They are speaking bad about politics. So just do 10 days you live like a politician. Also, no democratic.
On the job training,
Yeah.
and that is what a lot of schools do, right? Be a principal for one day, because you
Yeah.
need to know how much it takes to work so hard to run an institution like that.
Yes. On the Teachers' Day, they are becoming a teacher. They
Yeah.
are celebrating, and then the second day they are sometimes they are also doing good jobs.
Yeah.
We won't make them harsh. They are very good.
I'll
Actually,
just
children are very good. You have to streamline in a good way.
Thank you. Yeah. Please, we'll just wrap up in 15 minutes. I'll just conclude with a few of the comments here. You're welcome to hang out. Just want to read some comments. So, okay.
Yeah.
So here, Tarni ji says stopping mobile addiction to toddlers. So I think that's what Madhuvati ji is also saying. Ki, how about? So I've talked about it also. We'll continue this conversation about digital addiction for adults as well as for ourselves. So here, Deepak ji, hi, welcome, sir. 2 minutes, mein, I'll just.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. So nice to see you. Okay, so here,
Same here.
thank you. So here, Tarini ji, one suggestion is the reason why we are addicted is because if we make our real world, real life, like the offline world, exciting enough so that we don't have to go back constantly, mera phone kahan hai? Let me scroll. If we don't make that as exciting, if we make our real life as exciting or even more exciting than our online life, our children won't go back. So my recommendation to you is create an environment. So I have this episode here where I said ki create an environment of home where my children are surrounded by books and all kinds of craft tools. So there's no other choice. There is no other choice but to keep on creating. They'll keep on creating. So this is for Tarini ji. If you're still able to see, ma'am, this is something you can check out some tips that I've posted, strategies. Because the ultimate goal is, why are they going? Let's go to the symptom, right? Why are they going back to their devices over and over again? Obviously, because real life is not exciting enough.
Exactly. Yes.
The second thing is, it is not completely a bad thing if you can explain the context. Ki, okay, Jao, do this animation, do this creation, do learn something on YouTube to, and then try to. There
Apply.
is. Yeah, sorry, I think there is Deepak Ji got disconnected. I'll just try to do this. Okay, so and try to apply it in your own real life, right? Like try to watch a YouTube video of how to water the plants or make a seed grow. So use technology for that, and then use do something with it on the in the real world. So try to shift the framework around their addiction behaviors. So not all device time is bad. We all know that, but how can you change their and reframe their behavior? So that's one thing.
That for me, this is I would like to suggest as a
Yeah,
psychologist.
yeah,
I have suggest the people, children, to grow seeds from seed, how to seed it, see how it germinate. Name also they learn to know. Vocabulary sense also they learn to know. Germination and the spatula, everything. The stigma to everything they learn to know. Through practical, it won't arise from them. And the second thing, we can ask our सास माँ तो कोई हो जो कुछ कहानी हो तो they are telling story, please tell them some good kind of story, what kind of mood he is, so you
yeah,
just tell revise pattern so that he learn to know. In it is not confronting. If you're attack him,
yeah.
he will be rebellion. So it is a reverse process.
You're
Okay,
basically
Baba.
doing consequence thinking. Now you're teaching them the consequence of it in a form of a story, saying that these are the and basically what you're doing is you're also creating new experiences. And why do you read fiction? Why do you read
Yes.
fiction? Because you want to create those experiences that you cannot have in real life. Usually,
They are not in real life, as you said, except they are not in real life. Comparatively with us, we are a generation, Sasma in our generation, our children are too far and away from them. We are the scapegoat here to patch up them together. It is great job for us, even though we still have to do much more things. Like like experimentation activities is the only way, and let them do more job. Even though you give some small kind of without sharp knife, you just ask them to cut
right?
whatever the easiest
And
vegetable.
ask and divergent thinking may they ask, right? So
Yeah.
knife can be used surgery may. Life changing surgery may changing surgery, and also for this, and also for a weapon, as a weapon, and there's so many uses. So what is a knife? Like, how you have the tool, how will you use
Yeah,
it? So
how to handle it? I
yeah,
used to think this is
Swapna ji,
nice.
Swapna ji, thank you. Parents training. I do workshops as well for parents, free workshops, and this is part of my contribution here to just do the same thing. So thank you, I appreciate. And Swapna ji, okay. So let's see one more thing here. Savi ji, thank you. Teach them how to manage stress. I think she is saying parents need to be aware of children's actions and behaviors. Teach them how to manage stress. Supporting kids is very important. Swapna ji, got some rest. It's I just couldn't wait to just do something. So I just kept my regular Wednesday hours. So I appreciate that. Okay, that's okay. I got it, Girja Amma. It's okay. Keep watering it. Yes, plant the seeds and keep watering it. Absolutely. I think Judy ji was also saying the same
This
sentiment.
is a responsibility again.
Yeah.
You're giving a responsibility. When it's bloom, you see this bud. It makes them very grounding, especially when you are talking in a higher level conscious. This basement is very important. For that, this kind of working with mud is very, very,
Yeah.
very. And if they really wanted to play with mud, just leave them again. I used to play with them.
Yeah.
They are jumping in the small puddles after raining.
Yeah.
They pull some kind of
But
creepers in the.
we don't allow them. Arey, joote
No,
gande ho
no,
jayenge.
I
Shoes
used,
will get dirty or
yo,
clothes will get dirty.
yeah, but I used to be with him. I also enjoy the same. I,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
everyone have the baby inside. You
Yeah.
also like balloon color of kind, but we are hiding ourselves. We do also like to jump into the puddles, but we don't know because we are seeing here and there. That if there are no fun, then we will do it. So
Exactly. Exactly.
we
We
have
try to hide our fun side,
to.
and for what? Why do we do that?
Yeah. Yeah, we have to enjoy at least once in a while. I used to keep balloon, I posted in my Instagram. Everyone is laugh at me. So what? I
Yeah,
love
that's
balloon.
awesome. No, we
Yeah,
have to. And getting back, see, I also write about what children teach us about mindfulness. Just being here, they're not worried about when they're jumping in that puddle. They're not
yeah.
thinking about how will I wash this? Will the thing go away? Will mummy scold me? They're not. They're just here enjoying that moment. So
This
that
is
is what.
this is yeah. Then this is where mother should have to take charge of it. Baya, Babu, you have to take care of your life. You have to enjoy first.
Yeah, yeah,
Without enjoying, how do they study?
yeah.
Let
Exactly.
me know
It's
how
not
do
fun.
they prepare their own what is the profession they want to do. I
Yeah,
take them in everywhere, cricket to swimming and everything. He did everything well,
yeah.
as well as his, because we have to give them space to do their work in such way. He asked me to take a scooty or something. When it rains, he wanted to travel opposite side. That rain will fall on him. After that, when we are entering into that world, my Sasma is asking why you have red dots, because it is forcefully coming the chatter. So
ah,
he is enjoying as much as he can. So this is what I can able to as a mother. This is
yeah.
beyond psychiatrist. I used to enjoy your life at present life.
That's awesome.
So awesome to enjoy.
We'll
They
go.
will come when we are doing chapati and all. They will come. I will do it. They will ask. Let them do
Ah,
it.
yeah. But we are only worried about making the whole place dirty, having to clean up later, blah blah blah, and all those things. Yeah, we also have to be blamed. So
So when we are giving good knowledge to them in
yeah,
initial period, they will be a great person in future.
oxytocin,
Ultimately,
oxytocin. Swapna ji says oxytocin. Yeah, you just have to talk to your child, and he'll generate oxytocin.
yeah, yeah, yes,
Uh,
yes.
I'll give a
Really.
chance. Motive ji ko, Deepak ji ko, I'll give a chance. Deepak ji, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Okay. What are you thinking
I'm
about
Can you
the
hear
okay.
me?
topic? Yeah,
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 I'm
yeah.
very hearing. Okay.
Education revolution. That's the topic, yeah?
Yes,
In the
yes, yes.
digital age.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
100% you are, sir. Yeah.
The thing is because I've got my two pictures I can see of mine, and
See, that's what even I'm able to see. One
yeah.
second.
So you can, I think, yeah. Now
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
yeah. Become
because
one soul.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so education is something which keep on changing as per the time, as per we become more mindful. If you see, people before used to teach with the objects, and now the theory is to let child think what he thinks in his mind, and after that we will show him the object. Do you understand? Like a
Yeah.
blank page, what he can do it out from his mind, you know. So the pattern has changed. I talk to a lot of people, and they say that there are some, nursery teachers who I talk to them because they get under a lot of pressure as well
Yeah.
with kids. So their study pattern has changed, and more if you expose them to the nature. Practically, if you tell them to study something by the books, not everybody will grasp that. But if you teach them with some objects or somewhere you take them, like we used to have study tour,
Yeah.
and that we used to be like a picnic. But that tour used to they used to tell us like, this is the blind school, the only school that is, I'm talking about those days in Pune.
Yeah.
Then we went to Gandhi Ashram, how the khadi is made. So blind school, khadi ashram, going to the holy places or historical places. So that those were things to educate us. Now everything is on the system, artificial intelligence. So I would say that is a part of it. We should accept that. But apart from that, you can assess on the system. But please still today, take them
Yeah.
practically out. I mean, that is, it should be in the system, and especially about education system. When I talk about India,
Yeah.
the toughest study that I would say is in India.
Yeah.
A vernacular person can come to UK from class 6. He joins English medium class 6. Can you imagine
Yeah.
he's been given so much support?
Yeah.
I mean, he knows basic ABCD, but he don't know how to write the sentence.
Yeah.
But can you imagine they cope up, they explain them, how, and people do pick up. And
Yeah.
that's the magic. So, and not everybody has got the same calibration, people may have different kind of calibration, people may have,
Right. Aptitude
so,
and yeah. Yeah.
yes. For
Yeah.
example, if you see me, I was not a brainy child till I think
Yeah.
so year 6, 5. I never,
But you have a
it did not
truckload of
went.
wisdom, sir. So obviously you are listening to your intuition and not whatever has been taught in school. So education
Exactly. I
happens
was
outside the
inclined
school.
towards the
The
nature.
knowledge and
Yes,
wisdom you have
yes.
already have a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I'm humbled for that. Because no, this is the life experience that I have gained. I have put myself what interested me. I made myself to learn that what interests me, not what others are teaching me. So by default, till my year 5, 6, I think so, I was not good at all at any studies. I have to be, like in the pipe, if you want to push something, if you want to feed something inside, you have to like push. So I was like, suppose if you want to put a lace into your shoes,
Choose.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and the top bit has been broken, and you're trying to push it in. So I was like that. I was pushed to the studies, and then automatically I grasped a lot of. I saw mathematics and science. My chemistry, when people, you get the chemical equations. So teacher used to ask me, and I don't know why, my chemical equations were very, very, very perfect. So all the story behind telling this is not everybody is at the same caliber. You have to
Yeah.
assess your child personally. Sometimes school teachers may say you a lot of things, and they say, oh, he's not concentrating on studies. But you need to understand whether he's calibrated to do that so or not. So, and second thing is be open with your kid. Don't, you have to be parent with them. But when you're having an open talk, I think so that time you have to be their friend. You have to come
Yeah.
to that level of age. Because we always do is we command on them as a parent. We control them actually. Like you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to study
Yeah.
this, and we always have comparison. Oh, neighbor has got 95% marks. And that is one of the worst thing that you could do is
Abhi
compare
comparison
your
though has
kid
gone
with
global.
somebody
Abhi,
else's.
Abhi comparison has gone global. A what 3-year-old has beaten somebody in chess game somewhere in Russia. So
Yeah,
you are 11 years old learning chess from 7 years. So
yeah.
so kya hai? What is all this? So it's comparison has to
uh,
stop this. Yeah.
if there is an Indian girl who took out the chemical breaking of, I think so, the DNA of COVID, if you
COVID.
remember
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
girl.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean to say, what a young child, what a
Yeah.
brilliant brain she has. There are people who have been into this virology, decoding the DNAs of a lot of viruses. They even couldn't understand the pattern, but she did understand that. Because the more fresh mind, the sharper mind it is, it's
And
more
curiosity
useful to
meets
use it.
opportunity.
No, no,
Curiosity meets opportunity.
yeah,
Exactly.
in young stage,
Yes.
we can feed anything.
Yeah.
So she is very young. Whatever she learned, it's
Yeah.
good or bad, she is going to follow that.
Yeah. Right.
Sure,
Right.
that what he is trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean to say, you got my message. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely right. So teach child to be compassionate, to be positive thinking. See, killing instinct everybody should have. There should be a killing instinct, but you can't have
Yeah.
killing instinct all the time. Not with
Self
your
defense
family.
ka
It should be there where there is
absolutely
a competition.
dignity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So having an ego is not a problem, but if you thrust on that ego and you keep on going beyond that ego, that's not good.
Yeah.
So even being mindful, being humble, that doesn't mean you can take anything and everything. No, you have to fight for your right also, same time.
Yeah.
You know. So that is one thing,
That,
and I would say yes, you have to accept the artificial intelligence or computer or technology to enhance or assess. Like for example, if you're a teacher, Rachana ji,
yeah.
and you have got 200 papers to check.
Yeah.
But now, what they have done is they have made a paper in such a way they check box like multiple questions and all everything. So it goes to the system, and what is right, wrong, all the teachers do is they just overlook through things so that it's correct. It correctly assessed.
Yeah.
So, and even for kids, giving examination, yes, you can use the system. Due to COVID, people have learned how to be studying through the system.
Yeah.
Like study from home and all.
If you are
COVID has taught us a lot of things, but also we have to be into the understanding that same time the nature also changed.
Yeah.
So we have to balance both the things. So understanding from the nature and learning what people have, like the basics,
The
education,
fundamentals
mathematics, science.
of
Yes,
education don't change. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, exactly. The fundamentals should not change. The only thing is the pattern should change because
Yeah.
it's more like I would say it's more of demand, less of supply. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like population is getting more and more, and how many people are now interested to become teacher?
Yeah.
How many people want to become a professor? No, I think so. Everybody wants to go in IT or higher earning,
Right.
domain, becoming doctor. So we need to understand that there is supply and demand is also
Yeah.
coming into consideration here. So
And the
demand is more, but the
value,
supply is very less.
right. And the value
Yes.
of your contribution sitting behind a desk versus interacting with even a handful of children to help them, discover themselves and everything. Right now, my job, my salary, my pay cut that I took to quit my job and become a teacher is obviously 1/6 times, right? But you won't believe the
Exactly.
kind of joy that I get every morning to just get up and do whatever I want. So it's just you have to help children understand that you can still live your passion. If you understand that you will have a certain lifestyle, you can't buy everything you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
you are a real teacher, Rachna?
yes, 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 Madhuriti, yes, yes,
Yeah, as a teacher, I would like to say
yeah,
this is the old pattern. What we are experiencing with the teachers is not happening right now.
yeah,
Some of the people you are talking about children, you really wanted to know. If you are entering into that subject, someone will uh, push you or bombarding you while you are spending much time with this. So you have no other way.
yeah,
You can't able to concentrate on such things. I have faced that kind of lots and lots of teachers who are in depression because of that. I'm coming to this job for Nobel job.
changing
I-
the system, but
yeah, but it's not happening. Why they are, the salary is low, everything they,
yeah,
their family wise they are beyond this. They really wanted to spend some time, good time with the children. Still the system, the school system is not allowing them to do a lot.
like
Beyond this, as you said in,
Scandinavian countries may the teachers are paid the most, na? Even more than the doctors and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So
we can't judge with one country. As well as in UK and US based school, my son initially was in there. he studied over there. After that, here
Hmm.
they have to give an pen and pencil, everything. He can't able to hold it. He's asking the teacher, how little finger I have, how can I able to handle it? So
See.
the difficulty of the children we have to know. Then only now the practice is जो है ना वो तो आटा की रोटी की आटा है ना वो
Hmm.
पेंसिल जैसा बन के देना एक स्मूथ से थोड़ा कटक बन के देना है ये तो एक तरीका है.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you
okay.
can tell your students as
We'll
well as
just
your teacher. I'm very happy to
we'll
hear.
just continue this topic on and on again. It's just it's an ongoing topic. I'll also pick up the topic of Swapna ji, why this white collar job and blue collar job, like that distinction, and corporate agenda, and how corporations want us to be doing whatever we are doing 9 to 5, so that we get a great salary and a great corner office, and also how workspaces are evolving for the future. We'll talk about that as well. So I just wanted to say that. But thank you, Madhuvati ji and
Yeah,
Deepak.
thank you so
Also,
much.
before you conclude,
Yeah.
before you conclude, Rachana ji, I would like to say very important thing is that
Yeah.
we are developing, but what we are doing is we are forgetting our cause. That
Yeah.
see, we are moving forward as an India. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
getting advanced, but are we really getting advanced in all the way? Are we giving opportunities to teachers to grow up, or have we changed our study pattern? Second thing is, I would request all the parents for the young kids, please don't take out the habit of writing. Let them write, let them write, let them write. I've seen people nowadays here in UK, everything is on system. Your
Yeah.
homework is on system. You want to do certain things, it's on system. Very less there are people there using the books. So I would say the books should not be taken. Why? I'll tell you the good example is, how many of you people nowadays remember the phone numbers? Tell me. How many numbers you all have? You have two sons, one husband, right? I mean to say,
Right.
three phones you might be having. You may
I
know
only know
their
my
three
husband's
numbers.
number, that is 20-year-old number, but I don't know my children's number. Honest to God.
Exactly. So forget that. Sometimes we strive to even remember our kid's number, husband's number,
Yeah.
okay? But how many do we know, like immediate auntie or uncle?
Yeah.
Before, we used to write it down on diary. We used to memorize those numbers, and there were so many times that I remember my dad used to just pick up the phone and dial the numbers. And
I know.
now,
Even my parents, right? Yeah.
the automation, the system is there to help us out to make things easy. But now what we have done is we have made them as a comfort zone. Phone number is there, there. Now just imagine you have to make an
Outsource it to
urgent call,
technology.
and your phone has and your phone is died. How will you be able to? You have got somebody else's number you can dial, but your phone number is died. You can't access your data. Simple as that. You're gone. See, you have nothing in your memory. So what I mean to say is, artificial intelligence is there to help us out, not to be dependent completely on that, and
Yes.
don't rely on them, but don't become so much reliable that you are useless without them. You know what I mean to say? You should be useful if it
Ve-
fails. Yes,
Very well
and
said, sir.
that is very
Yes,
much important.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's what
Thank
I would
you.
say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before
So
say
yes,
goodbye, I
you
would
too.
like
Yeah.
to tell one more thing,
Yeah.
Rachna, that
Yeah.
we have to encourage the children to read more books. It may be with a small kind of book we can get. Each and every one story kind of book, Archimedes. That it will be interesting. It may be
Yeah.
Krishna, something. Just purchase some small kind of book, then let them read. The reading habit will enhance their imagination.
Yeah.
Then as a teacher I would like to tell that you have to understand what is the drive of the children, so
Yeah.
let them go in their own way, as well as they have to do some artistic thing, otherwise they have to do some gardening at least.
Yeah.
This is what I, as a person, I expect. As a therapist, I would like to say
That's
reading
awesome.
is very important. It will create an imaginary world to them rather than it is very fantasy than what they are seeing in internet and so on. For this, thank you so much for this
Thank,
great opportunity to me.
thank you. All valid points. Thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you, Madhuvati ji. Thank you for joining and sharing your ideas. I'll just conclude with the comments.
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
with it.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. So I just want to, guys, thank you so much. And I'll just wrap up with the comments. I'm seeing a lot of funny comments as well. Shivani ji, it is your family, my family, everybody's family here. Okay, Kalpana Bhatt ji says that there is a fire in AIM's Delhi. Is that like, I hope everything is okay, and we have been hearing news from them, all kinds of shady news, but anyway, Team SSR, madam, I hope you got some rest. Please, I don't, you don't have to put your attendance here. I'm a teacher outside, but not here, please. Comparison starts at home with siblings, and you see how your brother, yeah, absolutely, Judy ji, and we have to take ownership of however we are. Our words matter. Our words to our children absolutely matter. So we have to make sure that we are not projecting our insecurities onto them. Oh, the older child is doing so well. What about the younger one? Array, will he make anything of himself? Look at him. You're just projecting your own, insecurity onto him. So he'll probably be very, very happy, literally flipping burgers. So you just have to see them for who they are. Absolutely well said. So, Team SSR, okay. And Judy ji, about the topic. Once kids leave an empty nest, how do they cope and utilize their time, do something creative, not guess a suggestion? Okay, done. Empty nesting, ke bare mein I'll do something because I was actually today's topic was going to be the power of contribution. I'll do that. Power of contribution. I'll talk about that because it's very important that we put ourselves in the context of our community, to see how valuable we are. That is only when we will understand how how great things that we can do. We need a spiritual perspective on reality. May deal with energy competing within our judgment. Behavior depends on conditioning, depends on layers of knowledge passed by our culture. Absolutely, a lot of it DRXPG is conditioning. Unfortunately, outrage. How dare he? Like that is it is a self-defense mechanism, right? Immediately that kicks in. I have to protect my self-dignity and everything. Nahi yaar, relax. Nobody is out there to get you. You don't have to constantly defend yourself. You don't have to constantly defend yourself out there in the public space. Just relax, right? So, Nidhi ji, sir, please think about it to help great. Okay, Golden ji, definitely, sir. I'll do it. And then, okay, so Eli ji also wants that topic. Okay, great. Thank you, Judy ji, for that idea. Everyone here, okay, TVSSR is doing her PR rounds here, telling everybody, thank you so much. She is, the invisible thread that connects all of us. So I appreciate that.
Rachana ji, I would like to say you bye.
Yeah.
I logged out, but I don't know why I'm still hanging there. I have to come back because I just saw on YouTube that I'm still there and I'm logged out. And I came and I directly came in now. I don't know how.
Okay.
Yeah. And once today
don't
in
worry,
the
I'll
morning,
just.
Today in the morning, Varun Kapur show, I was just talking about this. I want to just say this, that we have got so used to of this 14-day non-stop long live. But today there was something going live in the morning. I just saw and I logged out because I was busy. And I thought maybe I'll go later on. And then I forgot that it's not going to be a live. I tried to look in for after 3 hours or something. That is there any show? Then I forgot. Oh my God, no, it's not continuous 4 hours.
नहीं sir, आपका भी setup करना है कुछ.
Yeah.
Once you are settled down, we are just waiting so that you can give us your slot, and we are trying to create a program based thing so that everybody, whoever wants to chime in into whatever episode they want, they can.
I want to get my resources in my
Yeah.
place. That's
Yeah.
why I'm not rushing. I know what content I've got. I've got loads of content.
Right,
I
right,
know what I
right.
can do. But thing is,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that resources and right time. Maybe this time is not right because COVID, everything has been going on, hodgepodge, haywire. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to, put all the strings together, have
Yeah.
a right connection, and I don't know when I'm gonna come, but I'm definitely going to come.
No, no,
Definitely
no.
for sure.
Please. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
And I do
You're
keep on coming off and on.
yeah. Good luck. Good
I
luck
have
with
people like you for
getting.
the support.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Don't worry. I'll
Thank you.
just remove you
Thank
from
you. I
the
appreciate
stream.
that.
Anyway, I'm also
Anyway,
done in 1 minute. Okay.
yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Thank you
Bye.
for listening. Bye.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So now, okay. Okay, so just concluding in 1 minute. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around. And okay, audiobooks for children are, but we have to create for them. I know it's that is also one more topic. No, we'll again continue this topic, Madhvati ji, where we like the juxtaposition of the technical, like technology, and it being superimposed onto our lives constantly over and over again. We'll have to talk about it. Okay, I didn't have time to write properly the word before I was. DRXPG, that's why I request you to please come and join whenever you get a chance. So Team SSR, okay, and then okay, that please don't worry. See your eyeballs, your attention. I'm sure you're putting it to great use wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Don't worry. Uh, Social media IDs. Okay. So Ritu Tiwari ji, thank you. Wherever I am, you're welcome to search for this. I appreciate you asking me that. This is what my ID is. I just posted using Varun's ID here. It is called Our Future Strong. Wherever I am at Our Future Strong. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And Sapna ji is like. Ra- Rachana, but insecure. Team SSR. Hold on 1 second. You want to join? Is that what you said? Okay. I just didn't understand that, but okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, madam. 1 second. I'm just looking at just comments and then I'll. So, insecurities and defense comes from parents. Will not be too late for the kid to be. What the hell was happening? So, Swapna ji, see, sometimes what happens is you also inherit those insecurities. आपके self confidence में या anything like that. So if the child is not allowed to use his discretionary power from childhood, there is a chance that he will keep continuing and propagating the same insecurities that the parents have. So hopefully some children realize ki maybe my mom was playing the victim card or my dad was playing the victim card and it was not that bad. But some children, even though they become adults, they might not have a chance to recognize what was happening. So absolutely, yeah. सरगुबी में आधा तो क्या लग यार ये I'm so sorry, I don't understand what this is, but Stand for Justice, this is my ID. Thank you. Thank you Swapna ji, thank you Judy ji, thank you. Yes, Tanya ji, closing comment. Thank you for joining. Did you sleep?
Thank you, Rachna. I would like that in your one of your classes here or episodes, can you take up something on obsessive compulsive disorder?
So here, okay. So obsessive compulsive disorder, what? Are you cleaning too much? Are you
It's not about me. Yeah, it's not about me. It is about people who have this cleaning habits or they. I don't know what all comes under this category. I will have to Google it.
ah,
But I just want some information and some
hmm.
talks on it. If you can do it, if you can.
Okay, I'll try my
Yeah, there are
best.
so
Okay.
many. And actually, I have just come because I could not join this morning with the other team members. I think
Ah,
even Rachna wasn't there. I've really come to thank each one of you for the lovely 14-day session that we had, and all of you were here. And lovely to see the same people again over here and enjoying Rachna your show. So we look forward every time that these people are there. And if anybody wants to connect with us,
hmm.
we have our different Twitter handles, or we have invite at we stand for justice.org.
Yeah.
That's our email. would kindly, connect us there. And if there are any available moderators who are there, we would like you also to send us an email with your nick and a hello on this ID, because we have to start now thinking
Yeah.
of something bigger happening
Yeah.
with with this channel, and we need everybody's brains and knowledge and contribution. So anybody else who would like to have a moderationship here, please kindly contact us. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is how we are scaling, right? We need to scale in the right direction and for the right cause. So anybody who wants to contribute, please, you guys are welcome. Anything, no topic is off limit. Just let's talk about it and let's make it happen. Thank you, Tanya ji. Okay. And I will also say adios for now. And Arjun,
Adios.
okay.
See you. See ya.
See,
Basta. Or which language? And in German, we say tschüss.
cheers. Okay.
Tschüss.
Thank you, Tanya ji.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Arjun Singh Rajput. क्या नाम है? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for sharing the platform once again. Thank you. I appreciate your eyeballs. And until next time, Sapna ji, okay, adios. Please share the email ID once again. Okay, let's see. I think it was We Stand for Justice. Let's go here, Tanya ji ka. Yes. We are trying to collect, ma'am, everybody who wanted to reach out and host or moderate or anything. We are trying to vet all the topics and try to compile a list of all the things and put like a program wise everything, and just a lot of interest already. Lot of things are being planned. So let's see. So this is the invite at We Stand for Justice. Oh, there is a small typo here, but I hope you understand. Invite at We Stand for Justice. And actually, hold on. I just want to show you the website right now that Varun is working on. There is a great team in India who he has hired, who is doing an amazing job. Here, if you scroll, okay, so this is info at We Stand for Justice. I think Tanya ji is talking about invite at We Stand for Justice. So anything you can try to reach, or Varun's email, anything you can reach. And this is happening very soon. So all these are right here. You can you can look at everybody who is working. Okay, so unless there is any other question. Invite. Okay. There you go. So invite at westandforjustice.org. Okay. Hello, Harsh. How are you? You still up this late? Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. And adios until next week. Good night, Arjunji. Thank you, sir. Bye.